Good morning, Tarkov. Yeah, I kind of did an oopsie. Put my alarm on for 9 a.m., which is when the show is supposed to start, and that's not an hour before the show is supposed to start, which is usually when I set my alarm for it, and then that gives me plenty of time to actually wake up a little bit and get everything ready, and then start the show at 9. But yeah, I did a stupid. I did a dummy. I decided to put my alarm as 9 a.m. So, oops, my bad. While we're on that subject, though, and while just for everyone who's listening, I think I might need to make some significant changes to Good Morning Tarkov, because I think it's making some weird things happen to the channel. I've noticed that there's some weird, and it could just be because of Escape from Tarkov is kind of like, it's just at that point of that wipe cycle. Like, it's just, there's not that much interest in Escape from Tarkov right now. It's definitely not at its peak during the wipe cycle. So whenever there's actually big news, whenever there's actually we're moving towards that new wipe or that new patch or something like that, of course that would be a peak for its interest. But right now we're definitely at that lowest bit right now. So that could be part of it, but also where my channel is obviously a hell of a lot of that no BS stuff, and it's the very quick and concise and exactly the kind of information that you're looking for, and then just randomly there's just hour-long videos. I think it's doing some weird things to the channel. So I'm going to look into it a little bit more. I don't exactly know how I'm going to fix that, but I think the way to fix it is to not have Good Morning Tarkov on the YouTube channel. I need to figure out where else I would do it or how else I would do it, but also have it be as accessible as possible to the YouTube community, because the whole point of this is for me to be able to interact with you guys and to answer questions and hang out like we're going to do today, because today is an open Q&A day. So if you guys have any questions ready, then, or just, if you're thinking of any questions, get them ready, because there is no topic today. I'm just hanging out with you guys for today. Yeah, I have to really look into what I can do to switch up the Good Morning Tarkov stuff, just in general. Anyway, going on to today, we had the Sherpa program start yesterday. If you guys are interested, it is not a public video. I wanted it to be kind of a little bit secluded kind of a deal. So if you guys are interested in the Sherpa program, and this is my Sherpa program, not the official Escape from Tarkov Sherpa program, go watch that video. You're going to get some information, and then when you go to apply, you got to make sure you read that description on it, and then you can apply there. Over the next over the next week or so, I'll go through and I'll check all the applications and I'll check that stuff out. Anyway, Matt Valana, how you doing? Killer Bigfoot, how you doing? No Sherpa video. Okay, so I'm wondering here. Actually, let's do this a little bit of test right here. A little bit of test. We come over here. Can I do this? Okay, listen. So this is my community section, and I noticed that this only had 1 like, so I was curious why that was. This is my community section on YouTube, right here. Can somebody go there and tell me if you see a video with my most recent post? Not my most recent post, sorry, my second most recent post, where it talks about my squad play program is now open. Do you see a video with that? Like here, I'll show you real quick. I'll show you real quick. Like, do you guys, is that what you guys see? Because there should be a video there, even though it's unlisted. But it's only got 1 like. So I'm like, I don't know who's seen it and who hasn't seen it. A little confusing. Or just, does nobody like the Sherpa, does nobody like the Sherpa program other than whoever this one person is? Is that how that works? Let me know what you guys see. I see it. I see it. I see it. I watched that last night. Yes. Oh, what the fuck? All right. Guess that just one guy wanted to. Either that or everyone that's interested just clicks it and doesn't leave the like. That can happen sometimes too. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So anyone that is interested, make sure you go apply, and then over the next week or so, I'll start looking through. It's definitely not going to be an overnight thing. I can practically guarantee that it's not going to be like full swing up and running before the next Escape from Tarkov patch. And then we're going to have to deal with everyone getting gear and everyone getting ready for the next Escape from Tarkov patch. But if you guys are interested, please just go apply, because the whole point of this is that I want it to spread. So I want to teach people how to be a Sherpa for a specific criteria of kind of gameplay. And that's squad gameplay. That's like 5-man squads. So the whole point is for us to have that curriculum, or us to have that, you know, those ideas kind of in one place. And then you take that information, if you are one of those Sherpas, and then you go and you teach someone else about it. So I want as many people as possible. It's not like a situation where I'm going to say no. It would be a not yet. I just can't help you yet. I'm going to be taking 10 people first, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah. Maybe stream to multiple platforms at once. But there's a couple problems with that. Also, it doesn't necessarily fix the problem, because it needs to. I'm trying to get it to be on YouTube. I want it to stay on YouTube. Know what I mean? Oh, I forgot the slideshow. Here's the slideshow, boys. Also, guys, if you do have any more screenshots, it's been a little while since I've gotten some screenshots. If you guys have any cool screenshots, or if you have anything interesting that you want to add to the slideshow, just go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. @A_nice_guy. If you've got some interest, as long as it's appropriate for stream. If you've got some interesting screenshots, or if you've just got some interesting artwork, or whatever it might be, go ahead and hit me up on Twitter, and I'll add it to the slideshow, as long as it's appropriate for stream. But I applied, but I am from Australia. Is that okay? It's actually not, Tirish. It's actually definitely not, unfortunately. I should have made it more clear. Oh, you know what? I definitely didn't even ask for a fucking region. I'm an idiot. Okay, hold up. Oh, I just realized that's a thing. I have it in the description, but I don't have it in the actual sheet. Shit. And we have 25. We have 25 applicants already. What region are you from? All right. Now that's a thing. I know that I talked about it in the description. I definitely did. Yes, I did. But I did not make it a question. So I am a big dumb. Big dumb. All right, now it is a question in there. Now it is a question. What region are you from? All right, so we have 25 responses already. So I'm going to be taking 10 people. And I'm going to be leaving it for, I don't know, another few days before I start looking through people. And we'll go from there. All right, that's fixed now. I think the problem is that it's not listed in your vids. I didn't even know there was a community tab there, etc. Might be the reason. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple different things. It has 7 likes for you. That's weird. So the whole streaming to multiple platforms thing, I don't want it to pop up on YouTube the way that it's popping up on YouTube, because I think it's causing a problem. So it needs to change somehow. That's what I'm talking about. Any idea how they could improve performance? Improve performance of what? Improve performance of what on what?
How do you handle the pressure?
Hey.
Fucking juice time.
Fucking juice time indeed. Wanted star, thank you very much for supporting me. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a nice guy supporter. Appreciate you, man. Make sure you're also wanted. I don't recognize the name off the top of my head, at least. Make sure you're on the Discord, bud. Make sure you're on the Discord. And any of you members that are listening, make sure you are connecting your YouTube account to your Discord account. It should be through integrations. So if you don't know how to do that, you can Google like Discord, YouTube integration, that kind of a thing. How to link your YouTube to your Discord, that kind of a thing. And you will automatically get some roles when you join the Discord. Because if you are a supporter of the channel, you obviously are not a troll. Well, most likely not a troll. So that's why we give you level 2 and not like level 3 or 4 or whatever. But yeah, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Or one, whatever. I gotta get way better than that with that stuff. Just call everyone PMCs. Pius would like everyone to know that he's playing Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse. That sounds interesting, Pius, but I have a very busy day today. I don't even know if he's in chat or not. That's a dope game, though. Finally made it to the morning show. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, dude. Did it again. Good morning, my man. What do you ate for breakfast? I haven't even eaten anything. I have a Cliff Bar there, I guess I could have. Morning, Jack Donovan. How you doing? How could you watch his vids and not know about Discord, though? I mean, well, the Discord's pretty new. The Discord's like, I don't know. The Discord is, voice crack. The Discord is, just over a week old. The Nice Guys is just over a week old, I believe. Because I think I did it, like, last Friday or Saturday. And we have well over 1,000 people in there, which is nuts. This is really cool. There's a lot of stuff. If you guys aren't selecting the correct roles too, but make sure that you're selecting the right roles, because I've seen that a couple times. Real quick. So if you come over here, this is by the way, if you guys haven't seen, that's the Nice Guy. That's why I always yell at you guys to do @NiceGuyTarkov. If you guys come over here, right here. You want to go to roles, and then whatever games that you're into. I still got to fix these. I got to make these different little pictures here. But whatever games you're into, you select them, and then you get to see whatever games you're interested in. It's not just the temporary channels. It's if you're into Star Citizen, then you'll see Star Citizen. If you're into Ashes of Creation, you'll see Ashes of Creation. And, of course, Escape from Tarkov, which if you're not in Escape from Tarkov, you won't be seeing that. So, and then same thing with sim games, RTS, survival, and Arma. So, yeah. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. Afternoon, Edwin. What kind of music do I like? I'm kind of weird. I like a lot of different music. Like, a lot. So, yeah. You know what, though? If you guys don't know Batty streams, if you don't know Batty, you guys, but you're a music fan, he has an amazing playlist on Spotify. I usually listen to his playlist. He's a very good. Get pinged. Oh, is that because I was? Is that because I was showing my Discord? Thanks, Roar. So yeah, I really like Batty's playlist. So if you know that playlist, then you kind of know the music that I like to listen to most of the time. But I'll kind of listen to anything, really. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, paper. A paper. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. Think we're good. I think the problem is that not listening to your vids. Okay. Okay, so Fabian. Is Fabian still in chat? No, he didn't answer that. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. So did he just come by and then ask that question and then just dip? Like, hey Fabian, if you're still in chat, you asked any idea how they could improve performance? I have no idea what you're talking about specifically. So unless you're talking about Escape from Tarkov, if you talk about Escape from Tarkov, it's because they're not at that point right now. It's not their priority. It's a testing environment. There's other things that have a higher priority of getting into the game, and then they can actually polish and do that stuff later. That's probably the easiest way I can explain that, but there's like a ton of different other things that's going on. I'm at TFT. Okay, yeah. So Fabian. Yeah. So for Escape from Tarkov, it's in development. It's not the priority to. They're gonna make it. They'll make some things a little bit smoother. Make it a little bit. You know, it has to be. What's the right word here? It has to be. I don't know. This is probably the wrong word, but it has to be like digestible, basically. Like or it has to be like understandable. Maybe is the right word. But it's not going to be polished. Like it's not going to be obviously a finished product. It needs to be. So there's this thing called a MVP, like a minimal viable product, which usually relates to stuff that's at launch. But there's kind of a minimal viable product that's like considered for pre-release stuff. So basically they have to think, what is the absolute minimum that they can do to get the feature out there so that people can start testing it, and then we can start understanding what everyone thinks of it, and then any kind of major problems with it before we actually make it polished, before we actually finish it, which is going to be later down the line. So that's the kind of stuff that they mess with. Hopefully that was a good enough answer for you. What about the med case fix? I actually don't know what you're talking about, Meow. The med case fix? No problem, Fabian. Do you think they should add USEC voices with different accents considering they were multi-country? Absolutely. I'm actually not sure why they haven't done that yet. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure why. Wait. Did I remember... I think I remember Nikita saying that they did. I think I remember Nikita saying that they have somebody with a British voice. I think. But it's not in the game yet for the same reasons, I guess. For whatever reason this might be. For the same reasons that the broken English bear voice isn't in there. Actually, I do have a theory on that. But I have to take a sip of coffee before I lose my voice. I don't know why. Excuse me. I don't know why they wouldn't just remove these from it. But my theory is that there's some voice lines from the broken English bear that might give some stuff away in terms of lore or something like that, and then so that's why they're not adding it. But I don't know why they just wouldn't remove the voice lines that are leaks or whatever for the lore of the game or for something later in the game or anything like that. So it's weird. Tars, you're a channel member? Tars, you gotta link your YouTube to your Discord, bud, because I just realized I saw you in chat this morning and I wanted to give you rank 2 there. If I had known you're a channel member, then that's been a problem. But that will give you I'll give you rank 2 anyway. Forget where I saw you. There you are. Alright. You're a member, so you should be rank 2, but you didn't link your make sure, guys, if you're members, make sure you're linking your YouTube to your Discord. There you go, Tars, you're rank 2 now, bub. I did? No, you weren't. Yeah, you weren't. Nope, you're not. At least as long as that's the same Tars. Your Tars 0800. And it's the same. That'd be fucking trippy because you have the same picture too. So, yeah. Jack, you are an hour late but still on time because I accidentally set my alarm an hour late. That's my bad. No, thank you, Tars, because you're a supporter, so I appreciate it, man. Thank you. L, yeah, shit happens. Sorry, hit enter too fast. About what? Maybe Tarkov can get a little similar to Arma 3, excluding the markets, because I've seen videos of some... Sorry, hit enter too fast. Oh, finish your thought. Finish your thought, though. Killer Bigfoot. I'm not sure what the rest of the thought is there. I mean, in terms of open world and doing cool operations tasks, some people set up their own. It can be very similar to that in some ways when it comes to the open world side of things, but excuse me, it's definitely not going to be the same kind of scale as Arma, because you can get a platoon of people working together in that. That's very unlikely to happen. What I am interested in specifically is what if there was what if you just started rolling through servers once open world, or once at least the map to map travel is in, and Karma is in, so everyone doesn't immediately shoot on sight. I'm thinking we need to think of a phrase for this, and like a name for it specifically, because I think it'd be really cool as like some kind of form of like content and some kind of form of like competition almost. What is the biggest group that someone can make in Escape from Tarkov based off of Karma? So public, like a public raid using VoIP and the Karma system, how many friends can you make? How big can you get your group? It's like, I don't know. I just thought that would be funny. Some people probably heard that and be like, ugh, like why? Just fucking shoot. Like, I understand that people don't like that, but I don't know. I thought it would be cool. Like, what if somehow you figured out, like, what if you just got the entire fucking, like, yeah, it would be a Zerg, but it'd be like, but the Zerg, usually Zerg means like you're like going after something. It's not a Zerg. It's like you're just together. Like you're just vibing together kind of a thing. Yes, I can. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Like wanted up here. So right now in game as a PMC, we can see the status of extractions. For example, the safe room extract. Have you thought about this in regards to buddy extracts? I don't exactly understand the question. So right now in game as a PMC, you can see the status of extract. Do you mean, yeah, wanted, elaborate a little bit better on that. Elaborate a little bit better on that. Like, do you mean like for them to know that you are actually extracting with your buddies? Like, what do you mean? Can you elaborate on the concept of no wipe accounts? I talked about that significantly in the video I did 2 days ago. The Whiska. So basically, it's oh my god, I'm gonna do it. I gotta do it. I gotta bring out the software, boys and girls. All right, here's some next level. We're bringing it out. Next level technology here for you guys. Here we go. Turn the music down. All right, you guys ain't ready. All right. Here's your bear. Here's your USEC. Here's your bear. Here's your USEC. Here is... Actually, no. Bear. USEC. Here is one account right here. And this one, wipe. Like that. And then we have bear. Oh god. And then we have bear. And USEC. Over here. No wipe. They will never meet. They will never meet. And this is for Billy. Billy has access to both of these. All right? We are all Billy. Everyone is Billy. We are all named Billy now. Every single one of us have access to a wipe setup and a no wipe setup. And then in each, we have a bear and we have a USEC. Given what they have explained and through all of the Nikita-isms, the setup like this has basically been described like this for months now. Even though we literally haven't seen something like this official from Battlestate Games, like I said, that this is how it's been described for months. So I will be very, very surprised if this is not how it ends up working. Even especially with the most recent explanation that we got from we got from Nikita there with Clean the other day. And then over here on the no wipe, it's like it'll take longer. So it's like minus like, I don't know. What would we do? What would we do here? We do like, it's gonna be actually. You know what we can probably call it though? Actually, no. We can. So it's like longer. I wish I had like a tablet for stuff like I should get a tablet so it makes it easier for me to do shit like this. Longer progression. Longer progression over here, and then unique features. The unique features over here. So there's some things that tie in. Like sometimes, I don't even know how I would properly do this. Like sometimes you can get little things. This is a very little thing. Little. Sometimes you can get that. And then I guess sometimes there's very little things. Also call this a little thing that can transfer. Maybe some kind of currency or something that can transfer. Oh, we don't know what those are yet. But it would not be the entire account. It would not be like your bear from your no wipe cannot play with your USEC or sorry. An account on a no wipe server cannot match with an account on a wipe server. All right. I hope this was informative to all the Billies out there. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. Anyone joining is going to be very confused. Yeah, maybe. Can we get a monthly or fortnightly video summarizing all things nice guy, part vlog, part Discord updates, and part... Man, I wish. There's just not enough fucking time in the day. There's not enough time in the day. I was just talking to some people over on the Wiki Discord, because the Wiki guys are very cool. And there's people that want to do a podcast. Like there's people that want to do a podcast, and I want to do a podcast too. Like I want to expand on this stuff, but there's just not enough time in the day. There just isn't. So right now, priority-wise, I have a video that I need to get up today. We're going to do a big video today because I have a sponsored video today. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be doing something cool today specifically. It's not going to be breaking news or anything, of course, because there isn't any. But as you guys would know, or as some of you guys might know, I do not do sponsored content that's like breaking news or anything that you would need to know as soon as possible. It's just stuff that I'll elaborate on something, or it's like an info dump thing, or it's just something that if you had been following the game, you would already know it, but I'm just kind of explaining it a bit better. So that's going to go up later today. And yeah, so I have to get that up today. And then we have the Sherpa program, so I have to look up that. My buddy, like my actual, like a good friend of mine who's going to be in my org for Star Citizen, bought a fucking Javelin, and last night he bought a Kraken. So our organization in Star Citizen now has literally the most powerful ship that anyone can access right now in Star Citizen. It's not playable, but like it's definitely close. You can tour it and stuff like that. That's just the Star Citizen meme. But we literally have the most powerful ship in the game. It's fucking nuts. And then we also have a small aircraft carrier now. There's that going on. We have to figure out what's going on with that. And since now that we have that, I need to figure out what's going on with the organization and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on for Star Citizen that I'm going to need to figure out. This week is supposed to be, it is Sunday. It is the first day of a very special week, because I think there's going to be something cool happening this week. I think it's going to be Tarkov TV. I think. We'll see what happens. If I were you guys, if you are into Escape from Tarkov info, which you're here, so I would assume you are, I would anticipate some cool things happening this week, but we'll see. We will see what happens. And of course, make sure you guys stay tuned on the channel for the latest Escape from Tarkov news. James Carrier. We'll get the text to speech there with you, bub. Any day now, Brian. Brian. Brian.
You check microwave.
Had to say thanks for the good morning Tarkov vids, really kept me sane the last few days doing long security shifts. Keep up the sick content, brother.
James, thank you very much. What a nice guy. Thank you very much. Brian took his sweet ass time on that one. Jeez. James, thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. It helps a lot. Thank you very much. What do you think of the idea of being able to pay for scavs to team up with you and start a raid? Oh, like mercenaries? I can see how that would work. I can see how that could be a thing, but I don't see how it would be feasible with how raids work in Escape from Tarkov, because you're supposed to be like on your own, and yeah, unless you go and you can do that. You can just go, and then if you see a player scav, you can eventually, when VoIP is in the game, just go yell at him and be like, hey, listen, you can have half of the loot that we find. Please just don't shoot me, like, or something like that. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, like, you yourself can do that. You can go and talk to people, and team up with them like that. You are just gonna have to do it. It's not a click of a button and then it just magically happens. You would have to go and facilitate that yourself. I'm excited for my first wipe. Oh geez. Oh geez. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Why is Nikita delaying inertia? It's not necessarily delaying it. They just need to make sure it's they do it correctly, because there's priorities, and inertia just isn't. Now, he did say that he moved it up, Bogdan. He did say that he moved it up based off of community feedback. They're deciding to make it a higher priority. That along with what's the word I'm looking for? The group offline servers. So the inertia and group offline servers, they've decided to uptick the priority, or they've decided to move it up in terms of priority to get them done sooner, because of community feedback and the want for those features from the community. So yeah, those are both soon TM, but at least they're more soon TM than what they were before. You just changed the dono alert to Bryant. Yeah, no, that's Nikita. The text to speech just took a while. Actually, what is the dono thing? I forget. I'll have to check that out later. I forget what the Nikita thing. I think it's USEC microwave. It is. Yeah, it's USEC microwave. Why the guess on Tarkov TV? Just interested. It's not really a guess, Lemon. It's just that it makes sense to keep the ball rolling with what's going on with Escape from Tarkov. I explained this a couple weeks ago with the NA rivals. I expected there to be something that would happen pretty soon after the rivals tournaments ended. The only problem with that was that I didn't realize that there was going to be a Japanese rivals. So now Japanese rivals ended on Friday. They finished that on Friday. So all of the Twitch rivals involved with Escape from Tarkov is now done as of last Friday. Now this week, we're expecting there to be something. We're expecting there to be, something interesting, and I've had some little birdies tell me that it seems like that might happen this week. It seems like there might be a talk. It's not the patch, even though it could be the patch. We just don't know. All I know is that there's a very good chance that we have some talks. It's a very good chance that something happens this week. And whatever that thing is, it's probably going to be a talk. That's it. There's a new competition, EU2. Are you talking about Evasion, though, Tars? Not Twitch Rivals. Evasion. Evasion can do whatever they want. I'm just talking about Twitch Rivals specifically. Geez, you really needed to ask a question. Do you think they will add snow to Tarkov or different types of weather conditions? So maybe in the future when they add ghillie suits, they would be utilized more efficiently. They are going to add seasonal weather stick. Also, guys, if you guys are asking a question, please use @NiceGuyTarkov, like what Gilberto just did there. What Meow Face did up there, like what Tirish just did. I'll put it in chat a couple times. Because it seems like you did all caps to get my attention, but all you got to do is this. All you got to do is that. at nice guy space Tarkov. It'll pop up in bright orange, makes it super easy for me to tell the difference between someone that's asking me a question and someone that's just chilling in chat. Can't wait for Russian hard-based blasters and VoIP. Yeah, that's going to be so bad. There is going to be people that does that, of course. More next. If you are, it sounds like you're terrified of VoIP there. If you are terrified of VoIP, know that Nikita is just as terrified. Escape from Tarkov is his child. He really is worried about you're good, Stick. You're good. He really is worried about VoIP and people doing that in VoIP. So he's gonna do right by you. Just remember that he's gonna do right by you. But yeah, Stick. It's supposed to be Stick. It's gonna be DLC. I don't know if I mentioned that. It is coming, but it's DLC. It's not gonna be in before launch. It's DLC. Also, the thing with the VoIP people, it doesn't work like other games. So with Rust, like I know Rust is a bad one. I know PUBG is a bad one. PUBG happens very quickly. So you can go into a game, immediately get swarmed by, 40 people very quickly. 40 even if the full lobby is there to stream snipe you or whatever, or just run at you or whatever it might be. That can happen very quickly, and then you might die very quickly, and then 5 minutes later you're back at it again. So it seems like there's more repetition to it than you would get with anywhere near what you would get with Escape from Tarkov, and then also with Rust, because people can respawn and then they'll just keep coming at you and stuff like that. Not to mention, if you make a base, they know where you live. So with Tarkov, you can keep moving. People don't necessarily always know where you are, and it's very easy to kill them and not have to worry about that person for the rest of the raid. So yeah, it just works differently. It's going to be very different with Tarkov. Are people still going to do it? Yes. You can't like change that. People are still going to do it. Also, there's the other thing with it. It doesn't have to be Russian hard base. It doesn't have to be weird memes played through the mic or anything like that. It doesn't have to be things like that in order for it to still be sort of bad, because not necessarily bad. Bad is too harsh of a word for it to be. I don't know. It's for it to kind of cast a shade on the experience. I don't want to say immersion, because immersion's too strong of a word as well. In order, it can cast a shade on your experience in Escape from Tarkov when someone, if they could have the kindest heart in the world and all they want to do is enjoy the game, but they're 14. So if like a 14-year-old kid is playing Escape from Tarkov and he wants to play normally, like he just wants to play the game, but he's using VoIP. Hey, you guys want to go to dorms? So you get this hardy PMC walking up to you guys. Hey, you guys got the loot room? You got marked room in dorms? You guys want to go to dorms? Like things like that. And that could affect it, obviously. It doesn't, so there's stuff like that can happen. That'll just be like it'll cast a shade on the experience is probably the best way for me to explain it. But it's a necessary evil. It's a necessary kind of thing, because you still want to be able to use VoIP and still be able to do it. For me personally, I think VoIP is actually, even though you are in Discord with your friends, I think VoIP is going to be a massive game changer in terms of positive identification of targets and just close quarters stuff. Because sure, you're in Discord with your buddies, but you just hit a hotkey for click to mute or whatever, or push to mute for Discord, which is absolutely the first thing that I'm going to do. I have voice activation in Discord, but I'm going to do a push to mute button, and then activate VoIP in game, and it's proximity VoIP. It's going to have like its own kind of, physics and stuff. So if you're around a corner or if you're down a hall or whatever, you'll be able to tell exactly where that person is. So if we get kind of lost in those close quarter situations, there's no more of the, I'm 3 rooms up on the left or the right, and it's just like, and then you just have to try and figure out where that is, or if he's around the corner or whatever. You could literally just kind of buddy check, flash lightning kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like thunder flash, that kind of a thing. And you'll know exactly is like, okay, so he's right there. He's right around the corner. That's my buddy. That's the footsteps that I heard, not the other guy, like that kind of thing. So it'd be cool. With Tarkov being a slow game, I'm worried audio clips such as reload audio, bit, or grenade pins, etc. Stefan, I have no idea where you're going with that. With Tarkov being a slow game, I'm worried. With Tarkov being a slow game, I'm worried audio clips. Oh, I got you. Such as reload audio or grenade pins, etc. I'm assuming that there's going to be things that happen like that for sure. If there's like a bug that you're trying to report, like if you have an audio, if you're realizing, or if you've noticed that audio is clipping somehow, then you can report that. Like I just don't know. I don't know what to do with that, to be honest with you. Work in progress. Do you think the player base will get affected because of the wipe delay? I mean, there's always going to be an effect because it's whether or not people are going to play, right? So if people, like I just had a conversation with someone today where they were saying, I don't know what to do if the wipe is going to be so soon. And that seems like a very obvious, answer to me, guys, is use your stuff. If you, unless you're Landmark, unless you're someone that's won a Punisher tournament in recent history, you should not have money before the wipe. Go play with it. Go get the most badass stuff that you can possibly get, and go learn something that you need to learn. Go play a map go play your least favorite map. Go use your least favorite gun. Go use go use your least favorite ammo or whatever. But obviously have it still be effective ammo. Just use it. Use it or lose it. That's what I used to do. If I was worried about my skill set or whatever, or if I was worried about like how much I knew about a map or anything like that, before a wipe, I would just load up and just do it. Just go. Use it or lose it. And if the wipe doesn't end up happening, at least you got the play out of it. You got the gameplay out of it. And if the wipe does happen, then you've learned something. Like you've profited from that. Nice guy streamer item when I'm not getting. There's no way I'm gonna get one. It's okay. It's really like I don't know why everyone always brings that up. Like it was a very cool thing. I'm very glad that they did it. But they're not gonna do everyone, and also I feel like I'd have a stroke if if I realized I opened Escape from Tarkov and like literally like my face was on it because it's like my favorite fucking game. I'd probably have some kind of a nervous breakdown if I realized like my face was or something revolving around me is in that game. How would seasonal weather work as DLC? That doesn't sound right. That sounds like something everyone would have. That is the very first question that I asked myself. They're not really talking about it. I have no fucking idea either, Killer Bigfoot. I have no idea, but that is the plan. So, yeah. Your guess is as good as mine. Hopefully, we get some answers about that beforehand. Either way, I'm EOD, so I know I have it, and I guess that's kind of what most people are thinking of is like, listen, if they don't have it, then they'll just wait. And then most people that are worried about it, I would think have EOD. But if you don't, then you just we'll keep asking. Honest to God, I really don't know how that's gonna work. What do we know about the DLCs that you're gonna get with the EOD edition? That's the seasonal weather. That's the Scav Life DLC. I think the Wiki Boys found something. Let me do. The good old Wiki Boys. I think they found something. I know there's a rumor. There's been rumors that one of them is going to be the skyscrapers, but we'll see. All right, so right now it's like I said, the Scav Life DLC, the seasonal weather, and the expanded storyline quests. Interesting. Okay, so DLC is going to be an extension of the lore. DLC is going to be they'll add some. I'm assuming that's going to be tasks. Maybe they'll add some enemies actually, because Nikita was talking about. Oh fuck, I forgot. Maybe that's what we do today. Nikita acknowledged the Black Division again when he was talking to Clean on Thursday. Nikita acknowledged the Black Division as being a thing, and he even said that those guys are going to be dangerous, or he said something along the lines of that. So that's not an exact quote, guys, but he did acknowledge them, and he said something along the lines of those guys are going to be dangerous, or those guys are going to be nuts, or something like that. So yeah, expanded storyline quests. We got the Scav life and we got seasonal weather, and then I think there's rumors about the skyscrapers on streets being its own thing. So we'll see. When's the next Tarkov patch podcast? We don't have a date, Bogdan. Just like we just don't get dates for these things anymore. But if I were you, I would stay tuned. And I'd expect one. I'm at least expecting one this week. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Mark 47 is full auto, yes. Any info on the Scav Life DLC? We have a ton of info on the Scav Life DLC. It's going to be expanded Scav gameplay. So there's even talk of a Scav inventory, like a Scav stash. It's going to be involved with karma, and it's going to be involved with like a skill set or some kind of thing with your Scav, where depending on what you do with it and how good you are with it or something, you're going to get better gear as a starting Scav, which tagged up with karma might be really cool. And you're going to eventually, depending on what you do, there's going to be some kind of system for you to take control of raiders. You're going to be able to take control of Scav boss bodyguards and the Scav bosses themselves, apparently. You're going to be able to eventually be able to take control. Like, you are going to be Killa. Like, you are going to be Rashala. You are going to be Sturman. You are going to be Kavalda, because Kavalda will be in the game at that point. And whoever the guy is on streets, and however any of that stuff happens. So, yeah, that is what we've heard so far. It's very, very unlikely to be easy. There's probably going to be significant things that you need to do in order to have that happen. On top of course, just owning that DLC, however that ends up working. But yeah, that's what Nikita has said about that so far. He said there would be more Black Division than Bear and USEC combined. What the fuck? Did he actually, Tirish? He might be messing with us. I don't see how that would be possible. He might be messing with us. Isaiah, we do not know when the wipe is. I just imagine going through a map and seeing the Black Division walking around, hunting down specific players. Yeah, that would be really fucking cool. Like, what's his face's idea? I got my notes over here. Like what CR117 Brian brought up a while back, which is, what if the timer wasn't going to just make you MIA anymore? What if the timer counted down and then a new timer started where it's the Black Division coming to hunt your ass down? But you could actually like fight the Black Division and stuff like that. Like, that would be so fucking cool. That would be really cool. Also a theory. That's not planned or anything. I have to be super careful when I talk about shit like that. Not planned, not a thing, just an idea. It would be cool if that happened. Doesn't mean that it's planned. Just imagine I've got that. Is Arena going to be a DLC, or is it going to be its own game? It is its own game. It is its own game for sure. Stick. It is its own game. The only thing that might happen, though, is that EOD might, and just EOD might get it as like part of their package. But Nikita hasn't decided yet. He also hasn't talked about that in a while. I have a whole video explaining the details with that. Some people get it, some people don't. It's okay. I understand. I get the frustration with it. I understand like on the outset of what it might look like and stuff like that. But if you guys are open to trusting me about something, then trust me, there's a reason. It's a good reason why it would cost extra. If you guys feel like trusting me, if you want to be mad about it, that's completely your prerogative. You can do that. You can be mad about it. You can go yell at them about it. And I assume they'll have a proper way to explain that on their own side, because I know they're going to get reaped from it. Not reaped, and also not the other word for that either too. What's the word? They're going to get reamed. Reamed is the word that I was looking for there. They're going to get reamed for it, and they kind of already getting reamed for it. But yeah, so with what they're doing with it, with the extra server infrastructure, and they really are making it like kind of a different game. So it's not considered to be DLC. Like what I've been calling it is Escape from Tarkov Arena. Like if you're gonna say Escape from Tarkov, then you're gonna say if you're gonna call it Escape from Tarkov, or if you call the game, what's the word I'm looking for here? English. So if you're mentioning the game Escape from Tarkov, it's not included with Escape from Tarkov Arena. So it's like saying Call of Duty, but not saying what Call of Duty. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm gonna go play Call of Duty, and then so everyone will assume you're gonna say Warzone or whatever these days. But no, I was gonna go play Black Ops 2 or like whatever. Like it's gonna be that different. It'll be like that kind of different. Freudian slip. Yeah, a little bit. When you're able to spawn as a Scav boss, do you think there will be limitations? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely, because there's not going to be multiple killers on the same map, for sure. Maybe it'll be like a timer thing, but they haven't talked about it too much specifically, so we'll see what happens with it. Just spent the last 45 minutes working on and submitting my Sherpa application. Jesus! Okay. Well, we'll see. Is the Scar L and H still planned? As far as I know, it is, but he hasn't talked about it. I don't know what's going on with that. But that's why we need to be careful with those streams that he did with Nikita, those streams that Nikita did with Clean, because it's not an official dev stream. You can see it in his eyes. Like, he's clearly like trying to remember, and he doesn't have like notes in front of him or anything like that. So there were several times where he was just trying to remember everything that they're working on, or trying to remember how to explain it. Also, how to speak English, because English is not his first language. It's difficult for him to say this stuff in English sometimes. So, yeah. So he has to. We have to be very careful with what he talks about when he's just chilling with people and he's just talking about the game, because it's not like at an official capacity. However, I do think we're going to get an official one this. I think we're going to get an official one this week. We'll see. I think it makes sense for us to get that this week, but we'll see. And I really do hope the scars are coming. I really do hope they're coming. Last I heard, they are. I imagine Arena would be something like Insurgency Opinions. It's not. You can't really say that, because it's going to be Escape from Tarkov. It will feel like Escape from Tarkov exactly, because all of the player controller, all of that is going. Well, there might be some inertia stuff that changes with it, but the player controller is going to be the same. Actually, you know what I can say? I can say that it will be a one-to-one player controller from whatever version of the game we're in at that point. So if inertia is in at that point, then it will have inertia, stuff like that. The only thing that's going to change is the back-end stuff. So it's going to have different server infrastructure. It's going to have a separate networking infrastructure, which that is servers, you idiot. So yeah, it's going to have a different networking infrastructure. It's just going to be built different. I'm trying to explain this as easy as possible. It's just going to be built with that kind of gameplay in mind. It's going to be, for lack of a better word, an esports actually ready Escape from Tarkov. That's what they're building with it. More optimized. Well, the whole project is going to be more optimized at that point, so I can't really say that. Actually, but what I can say is more optimized for. It's more optimal for that kind of gameplay. It's that quote-unquote esports ready Escape from Tarkov experience. Sabarashi, what is this? We're just kind of hanging out. If you're talking about the stream. However, if you have something in your hand, I can't really see it, so I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. Is there going to be loot supply drop like in Rust? Yes, actually. Yes, those airdrops that you saw, there's going to be a couple different kinds. There's going to be ones that are static. There's going to be ones that you will hear and see them drop, just like Rust. And then there's a third one that are like, it's not static. They're just kind of like random. They'll be randomly in places, but you won't hear or see that they've dropped there. Nikita himself confirmed that. Nikita himself talked about that. So those are coming, and we have some artwork, I believe. I think there's actually in this slideshow, I believe there's some artwork of that. What do you think about inertia? Is it good or bad feature in your opinion? I think it's good. I think it makes sense to be in the game. I've talked bad about it in the past, but it's not necessarily that it's a bad thing. I just hope that there's a trade-off for it. So I like that there's an ability to move that quickly in the game, but what doesn't make sense is for you to be able to move that quickly with the best armor and the best gun, and you weigh 1,000,000 pounds when you do it. So I hope there's a way that they work with it when it comes to and you have max strength and endurance, so it makes it look even worse. I hope there's a way that they do it so that there's a trade-off, right? So with the custom armor hitboxes and rigs and stuff like that, if you decide to be a very light player, if you decide to not be very protected, but you are able to move quickly, I do hope that there is a version where you can do that, and you can still be very quick, and you can still be able to move very quickly, but you will be a glass cannon kind of a thing. Like you're going to be easy to kill. You're not going to be very protected, but you can move quickly, as compared to if you did load up on armor with the custom armor hitbox system and all that stuff. Like you did load up and you are well protected, but you're moving slowly, because also that is literal physics there. Like, you know, that is actual physics. If you are heavier, if you are a heavier object, I mean, it comes into strength with the how quickly you're going to move, but it's going to be more difficult for you to stop moving if you are heavier. And then opposite, you can say the opposite with how light you are. So I just hope that there's a trade-off. I like intelligent and I like intelligent trade-offs, and I like making decisions like that and options like that in games. So I don't know. I just think it would be cool. I hope they have something like that. Apex Legends has inertia, then Tarkov should 100%. It's going to have it. It's going to have it. Also, that's not what I was talking about. Like what I was talking about is inertia, but I hope that there's a way that they figure it out so that if you aren't heavy, that you just get less of it, because that's physics, right? If you're heavier, it's more difficult for you to move than if you're lighter, like that kind of thing. Like that's what I hope they figure out, is what I'm trying to say. Like the power notification for ZB13. Like the power notification for ZB13. Oh, I got you. With Scav Karma coming up, would you like to see refinement of the buddy extracts, PMC plus Scav, to notify the players when someone is waiting at the door, like the power? Oh, I see what you're saying. That'd be pretty ballsy. That would be pretty ballsy. Oh, hey, members, there should be some new emotes. I put some new emotes in there, because we have a bunch of members now, so they allow me to open up more emotes. We should have some more emotes, members. I think. Yes, we do. So we got this guy, the nice guy, and then we got Gang Gang, and we got Door Kicker. Pious needed the Door Kicker, and then we have the Taketh, because Tarkov does take it. Tarkov does like to take it. We have all those. You guys should be able to see those, right? So yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Wanted. We'll see if they end up doing something like that. What about co-op offline mode? Is there going to be progression for PMCs? There will not be progression offline. I'm just going to call you Subarashi Sub. There will not be progression offline. There will be no progression whatsoever in offline modes, period. But at least you'll be able to play with your friends. So if you wanted to do like some kind of a side game or something like that, or a custom game or whatever, you guys can do that. And hell, you could literally call it zombies if you wanted to. Like but it'd be scavs. You could turn the scavs on tagged and cursed, and turn them all the way up with difficulty, and have them all spawn at the maximum amount, and you and your buddies can just go hold down Kiba or whatever. You can just go hold down Kiba or something. So yeah, it'd be cool. It's gonna be cool. But no, there will not be progression, because that completely would break the game if there was progression in there. Inertia to stop AD strafe? Yes, that's coming. Yep, that is coming. Anything about binoculars in the game? Yes, binoculars and rangefinders and things like that are planned. Those are coming. I have a feeling that inertia will be the worst thing they've ever done. I get that a lot, and it usually isn't. It usually isn't. If there was ever going to be a thing that is the worst thing they've ever done, it's probably going to be the unconscious state, because what is going to make you go unconscious? That's the one that I'm most worried for. What exactly is going to make you go unconscious? Because you already die very quickly. So what's going to happen there? Well, I think that's going to need some that's going to need some iterating for sure. We'll see what happens with that. And VoIP might be a problem too if you come across some trolls. All right, guys, lightning round. We're coming up on the end here. If you guys have any questions, chuck them up in chat, and I'll see how many I can bang out before we end before we call it for the day. Watch the podcast, and they talked about weapon malfunctions. So, will that punish people running the Mega M995 AP 0 recoil metaphor as recoil M4 meta? Absolutely. Also, Jinlin, go check out my Q&A that I did with Nikita. Nikita hates metas. He might call them meta. Whenever he talks about them, he calls them metas. It's like PETA from fucking Family Guy, but yeah, he hates metas. So anything meta related, he's not gonna allow that. And yes, ammo will punish the guns if it is the wrong kind of ammo, or if it is a specific type of ammo. Honestly, I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what ammo is supposed to be more punishing than other ammo, other than like the cheap stuff. I know the cheap stuff with the materials that they're made of and like steel core and stuff like that, although I think that's mostly around targets, not the weapons. I don't know. Something to do with like there's like the carbon buildup in there too. There's stuff that happens with that that's involved with ammo that I don't fully understand. But yes, ammo will be a significant choice and a significant contribution to having problems with your weapon. Yes. They don't build a server in the game. They don't build a server in the game so people from something Tarkov can't take it and make their own server, but it's still possible. Hey Rick, make sure you're I think I know what you're talking about there. I think maybe it like it auto-corrected or something, Rick. That is bannable. I'll say this really quickly, guys. If there is some way that you are playing Escape from Tarkov that is not Escape from Tarkov, that is bannable. It's against their TOS. I understand that you have to buy the game to do it, but they are banning people for that. You need to not do that if you like having your account. So just a heads up. You guys know who you are. In your opinion, are they going to buff 545 somehow? Not in general, but there might be some different rounds that come up for sure. What was your favorite game before Tarkov? Probably this RTS game called Wargame Red Dragon. And then if you ask me like what shooter, I liked Arma 3. Arma 3, except I kind of play everything. There's that airdrop art too, by the way. I think I missed it. I think it already moved by, but those were the airdrops. Yeah, I really liked Arma 3. I liked everything that you could do with Arma 3. I mean, I played the hell out of Call of Duty, played the hell out of all the Assassin's Creed games. I really like Wargame Red Dragon as an RTS game. Really like War Thunder. Really like, really like a lot of games. Destiny 2, actually, Destiny 2 for sure. Destiny 2, 100%. I played the shit out of Destiny. Actually, Destiny 2 wasn't a thing when Tarkov. So Destiny in general. Yeah, I really like that. So, yeah, and if you guys want to see what's up with all the games and all the stuff that we get involved in, make sure you guys join the Discord. Last question here I'll grab from our newest member, Wanted. Thanks again for doing that today. I really appreciate you, dude. AKs are famously durable. Wouldn't that be the buff to 545? Possibly, although from what I hear, there's actually, unless it's like because of a shitty brand of AK-74, apparently, at least from what I've heard that sometimes the 545 AKs can have problems, and unique problems. Of course, if you put, a couple thousand rounds through it, it might start having problems. But I do somewhat remember there being some kind of thing that happens with the 545 AKs that shouldn't be happening or something like that. But so maybe, I don't know though. I'm not that big of a gun guy. All right, now last question, since I didn't really know the answer for that. So maybe the ammo crafted in the hideout will be pretty bad for the gun. Possibly, but I don't think so. I don't think that would be the thing. What would be really bad for the gun is Nikita has talked about in the past, being able to hot load and being able to have a unique load for certain rifle rounds from the hideout. Like you can make some spicy, like for instance, anyone that has been keeping up with gun YouTube recently, slap rounds. Like he has talked about that, being able to do something with like some kind of crazy round like that. Just don't get too close to it when you go and shoot, or else you're gonna have to stick a thumb in your neck. Anyway, guys, if you guys know, then you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Again, apologies that I was an hour late. I accidentally set my alarm 1 hour late by accident, but we should be good. Stay tuned for some stuff. I'm going to no longer say that it's going to be every day because for Good Morning Tarkov, because like I mentioned earlier, I do think it's doing something weird to the channel. I do think it is doing something weird to the channel, so I might need to make some changes in terms of like the amount of Good Morning Tarkov that I do, also its location. So the future of Good Morning Tarkov is a little sketchy right now because like I said, I think it's doing something weird to the channel and we can't have that. So also something weird happened yesterday. YouTube wouldn't let me download it. So I'm hoping that they're going to allow me to download this one today and then this one will go up on Spotify. But we'll see what happens. It would not let me download the one from yesterday. So we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, again, guys, the best thing that you can do is stay tuned to the channel for the latest Escape from Tarkov news. Also, you can join the Discord for just everything gaming from the Nice Guy universe in general. Thank you guys very much for hanging out today. I love you, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.